Okay guys, so today we're doing a true rear coilover conversion on the Z. We're going to be putting GK Tech arms on the back, and we're going to be putting some new wheels on the back as well. So, we've already got the car up in there, let's go ahead and get the wheels off and I'll show you guys the parts and everything, and then we'll just go at it, right? So I actually scored a set of D2 racing coilovers that were lightly used. I mean, they look dirty, but they haven't been used that much, only for track use. And they're a rear coilover conversion, like a true coilover conversion. I'll get into what the difference is between a not true or like what the Z has and what this is. But I've been meaning to do that for a while just so I can get my alignment in spec, and I feel just the setup will be a lot better for drifting. And then while we're here, I'm gonna throw on some new carbine designs on the back. So there it is there with a 225 on it. That's a 10.5 wheel, so super stretched. Not really my style, I don't think. I might go with more tire later, but I had these laying around. One thing that's a little annoying is that color does not match that color. And I messaged Carbine Design. I said, hey, these are the wheels I bought in the front for a while ago. Are these the same? They said yes. They're not the same. But on the other hand, I think it'll look kind of cool having the same style wheel that's slightly different color. I don't know. I think it looks sick. We'll see. So let's go ahead and get the wheels off. We're gonna throw those bad boys on once we're done. We are gonna dump the rear end, guys. I'm going for kind of a hot boy look, honestly. Like kind of hot boy, but also functional. I don't know. We'll play around with it, but I think I'm gonna really slam the rear end down. So guys, here's what the factory coilover setup looks like. So here you have your damping unit. This is just your shock here, right? Then you have your spring here inside of the spring bucket right now. So the spring bucket only has a limited amount of toe adjustment because you have one of these eccentric bolts doing the toe adjustment. So it's not really that much adjustment. So when I try to positive out my camber, I can't get the toe in line where it needs to be. So we're gonna ditch this guy, we're gonna ditch this guy, ditch this guy, we're gonna put that guy on and those arms on. So another reason why this is gonna handle better is look at where my spring is, right? Look at where my wheel is. Now, if we go back here and we draw an imaginary line down this axis where the rotor is, roughly, and then we go to where our spring is, it travels a further distance to the spring, right? There's more distance in between. And what that's called is a moment, right? That moment arm is greater. So this spring isn't as stiff as rated, right? So this is a 10 kilogram spring, but with loss in dynamics from here to here, it's a little softer because there's more leverage on it already. Where if my spring was here, I'd have more direct spring rate and damping. I mean, damping's the same, but my spring would be directly affected right on the knuckle here, right? So it's gonna make the rear end feel stiffer essentially, right? Which I think is gonna feel really good for sliding and stuff because this is a really soft setup right here. So, I mean, realistically, this says it's a 10 kilogram spring, but it's the equivalent of having like a 6 kilogram spring here. So the first step's just to take everything off, right? We're gonna take this guy off, take off this damper. We're gonna take off this arm here, and we can just junk all this stuff here and don't need that anymore. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, just when I thought this was gonna be a really easy job to do, we've run into our first snag already. Trying to get this lower coilover bolt off. Watch what happens. Woo! Cars! So guys, that bushing is exposed. I also have octopus hands. As you can tell, I have 4 hands. The one holding the camera and then 2 more here. We're gonna kind of rip through the bushing there until we get down to the metal insert on the center, because the bolt essentially is seized in the interior sleeve in that bushing. So it's just one unit at this point. So we're gonna kind of just spin it at this point and rip the rubber to pieces until we're down to that metal insert. And then I'm gonna do something very sketchy off camera and we'll be done. Ready?
I guess so.
Oh yeah, look at that rubber, woo! Smells like a drift event, doesn't it?
Wrong type of rubber.
I know. Jesus. So that kind of worked. There's metal now. Now we can actually probably use a vice grip and actually grip onto it and try to get this guy broken. So yeah.
A few moments later.
So guys, when in doubt, power tools. Okay guys, after meeting God for the first fucking time. Oh, where's that bushing? Where'd it go? It's there. I don't feel like grabbing it. It's not worth my time. All right, guys, everyone on 3. 1, 2, 3. Victory screech. Okay guys, I got the spring bucket out and the rear coilover off. That part's really easy actually. All there is there's a 17mm bolt here with a 17mm nut. Then this guy is where your eccentric cam bolt is for adjusting your toe. You just loosen that and take it out. And then this guy comes out, this guy comes out. Super easy. That should have been easy, but the bolt was not cooperating. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. The bolt's basically fused with the sleeve. The sleeve is actually pretty thick also. I didn't think it was that thick, but it is. So I'm naming this Victoria. Not because there's a secret here, because Victoria's no secret to being a little bitch. Hey guys, since I have a lot of lip showing, and I already chipped the paint here, and I'm probably gonna rub here. Should I put a Supreme sticker right here? Or should I put a Supreme sticker right here? Go to my Instagram and let me know, and make sure you like all my photos also, and maybe I'll repost you on my story. So guys, toe arms are in on this side, on the subframe side. Now, I got lockout bolts, so I don't have to use the eccentric bolts anymore. So basically, there's a bolt here with this cam bolt in here, and see how that bolt's offset? So as you turn it, it adjusts that spring bucket where the toe is. What sucks about these, actually, I'm trying to throw it away yet. What sucks about these is that you can hit a bump and your toe will adjust. They don't lock very good, so they're easy to move. So like, it got to the point where like I hit a pothole and my line would be off. So, junk, get rid of it. Don't want it anymore. So, anyway, so these lockout bolts are static, so they won't move. Z1 makes these, a lot of companies make these, but I got the Z1 ones, and the hole's offset so you can kind of statically fix where the toe is gonna be. Then, this arm's adjustable completely, so this is how I'm gonna adjust my toe from now on. So, that should help a lot with keep my alignment maintained as well, because I've always had a problem with this car with just alignments always being super wonky or not lasting very long. So now that it's in over here, all I gotta do is install it there, bolt it down, get the coilover in, and we are done. Okay guys, we are almost done. I'm just gonna tighten up everything and we are literally done. I'm gonna end the video there though, once we get this all buttoned up, because I need to wait on some poly bushings. Because what I made my own bushing, but it's pretty ghetto. I'm not gonna show you how, because someone might think it's a good idea and I should try to do that and drive around like that. What I did is literally only so I can get the car out of the garage into its parking spot, and that's it. Because the Beamer, the BMW, stays here. Anyway, and then the other half of the reason is you guys are gonna roast me for those that know what I did. Anyway, so let me button this up, we'll get it on the ground, and we'll limp it out of here, and we'll call it the end of the video. So guys, this other side's buttoned up. I forgot to mention why I went with the D2 coilovers, and it's because I got them cheap. That's it. That's the only reason. They're slightly used. They were used on a track car, then I bought them off my friend Austin. But they're a true rear coilover conversion, so this gets me on the way, because originally I was gonna go with the PBM coilover setup. But this at least gets me so I can at least dial my suspension, and eventually I can go to the PBM coilovers if I want to. So, anyway, the TNs were pretty old and used, and these were in a lot better condition, so yeah. Let's put the wheels on, let's do it, I'm so excited. Oh yeah, look at it guys. Yeah, those wheels don't match, but it's kind of cool looking actually with the mismatch. Kind of like it because it's the same wheel style, right? So, look at that. Definitely tuck and tire. I think 245s would fit better. These are 225s on 10.5. I think a 245 would look way better. But these will do for now. I'll shred these up. I could go another inch lower if I wanted. I don't know if I will. I could run a 10 mil spacer if I wanted. I don't know, I might play around with this fitment and get super hot boy looking with this car, right? I can't wait to see how it drives. But it's gonna be a while until I get to actually push this car hard, let alone I still need to do that bushing. So this car is gonna sit for another week. But we'll do that quickly. We'll get an alignment done. And in the next video with the Z, we'll be doing the super lock kit, which I got right here, and this mess I just made, trying to clean up the ground. But here's the super lock kit from GK Tech, which is gonna go in that car next. So I'm excited for that as well. So I hope that video was enjoyable for you guys, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next edition of what we're doing to the Z. We're gonna give it some angle. So that way, when I go to the parking lot meets at Smith's, I can turn super hard into the parking stalls and park so hard, guys. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.